Hello, it's Michelle again. Sorry about my throat. We've supposed to be having spring. We had a bit more snow over the weekend. Today's Monday. It was cold, very cold. It was trying to heat up a little bit in the afternoon, but yeah, it got cold again as the sun went down. Yeah, not the snow and not as windy. So yeah, but I've just warmed up. I've got in and I've had a cup of tea and you know, some snacks and dinner's on. But yeah, so now I'm just sitting here babbling at my camera. I do have blankets which I've put across my legs. They help keep me warm. Yeah, still don't know what my t-shirt is, if you see my unboxing. But anyway, oh, excuse me. But anyway, we are here to see what the question is. Yeah, I'm not smudged. I guess it's gone funny. We're here to see what the question is, and then to answer it. I think I had a sneaky peek on this one yesterday, but I can't remember what it is now. So we just have a little while. Sorry, it went all. Maybe when you're watching it back, it doesn't do that, but it just did a really like slow-mo thing. Although I am uploading my other video at the same time, so maybe that's why I'm going a bit, you know, sort of pausing out, because there's a lot of. I've got a few things going on in the background, but hopefully the playback will be smooth and you'll be looking at this going, what the hell is she talking about? It's fine. So yes, in that voice. You have to do it exactly in that voice. Oh yes, now I remember. What fashion trend would you be happy to never see again? Why? Oh boy. Well, as I've mentioned before, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and shell suits is a thing I'm quite happy to never see again. And to my chagrin, yes, I did own one. It was teal. It was very pretty, actually. Wore it on uniform day at school, so that was noisy. If you don't know what a shell suit is, it's basically a polyester tracksuit. They were the height of fashion. You know, I think they were waterproof. I remember them quite warm and reasonably comfortable, actually. So, you know, the problem is I'm not into fashion at all, as you can tell from my wonderful Sunnydale high jumper, and you know, the fact that I just wear t-shirts. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm wearing my slippers and PJ bottoms. I am wearing a normal t-shirt. I haven't taken off my t-shirt yet. But yeah, I took off my jeans because they were a bit tight. They're alright for work, but when you want to sit and lounge, you gotta cater for comfort. Not so much a fashion thing, but more of a personal personal thing, which I don't even necessarily want them to go away. I just don't like them. Is the tech material, that sort of sports t-shirt material that's like that weird catchy stuff that's supposed to not allow for sweating. Yeah, that feels horrible, but maybe that's just me. It's like catching my fingers. It's not nice. Certain football strips have that problem. I was talking to my old colleague Jay about this and saying about he had a t-shirt that his team was very yellow. We have another colleague who's Dutch, or part Dutch, so he had sometimes wore an orange t-shirt for the Dutch football team. But yeah, I think Jay's was like a very yellow thing. And it's like, I said, you know what? I don't care for sports one way or another. I don't know if your team's good or bad or whatever. But that colour is horrible. And I was like, yeah. I was like, maybe not. But yeah, so I mean, maybe it's a tricky one, because you could say, you know, fat blokes walking around wearing football shirts when they're clearly, you know, haven't played football in years. But then again, like I said, I'm wearing a Sunnydale t-shirt and a Sunnydale jumper and a a Doctor Who Dalek t-shirt, so, you know, okay, can I, because I do sort of maintain the argument that sports fans are also geeks of a different breed. You know, we argue which Doctor's the best, or, you know, was, I don't know, Stargate better before or after, you know, Don Davis was there, you know, for example. For my part, I quite liked it when Bo Bridges joined, and I did miss Don Davis when he was there, General Hammond. But I think, sorry, let's going on a complete tangent here because I don't really care about fashion. I do think that Stargate, especially SG-1, I haven't watched all of Atlantis yet, but it is more realistic and organic in that sense. Like, I'll say, for example, I'm also a big Star Trek fan, TNG, but apart from a few ensigns that will come in and out, you know, ensigns and lieutenants for, like, plot convenience, you know, Officer of the Week, shall we call them? And a few of them, like Leffler and a couple of others, where you sort of would see them in the background again. But for the most part, it was the crew, the core crew, from Picard to, well, I suppose Crusher, really, like Ensign Crusher, you know, going in order of ranks. Rhode Aaron obviously came in later on, but there was no rotation, and I don't know much about how the military works, or the Navy specifically, and maybe, yeah, because they're on that long voyage, that you could say, well, if they're on a long voyage, they're gonna thing. But here's the thing, we can get around the planet quite easily now. They can quite often go to dry dock, and there's never really a rotation in the crew. And I think this is spoken about a couple of times with Riker saying, well, why haven't you could have your own command by now. But it never changes from those main 7 characters, and it's fine. It's a wonderful cast, and I love them to bits. But yeah, it never really moves around much. Whereas with Stargate, yes, for the most part, you have the main crew of Daniel, Teal'c, and Sam. Jack, obviously, is originally from the movie with Daniel, and he eventually leaves because Richard Nansen wants to go. Obviously, there's the whole year when Daniel wasn't there because of what was happening with Michael Shanks in the background. But, you know, eventually crew members, you know, team members left, people were killed off, it was sad, it happened, and new people came in. You know, and so you would have, you know, when this character is, you know, no longer there for whatever reasons, the next person who is qualified to fill that position comes in. And, you know, the same with the core crew, the SG-1. You eventually, like I said, as far as I'm aware, and I have to double check this, as far as I'm aware, Christopher Judge is the only actor to have done every single episode. Because I know RDA had a few episodes, several episodes off. Obviously Michael Shanks missed most of the season. And Amanda Tapping just missed the odd episode here and there. But I think Chris Judge is the only actor to have done every single episode. So fair play to him. But yeah, apart from this core crew of people, they then end up adding Valor and Shepherd Atlantis. Ben Browder's character, whose name escapes me right now. But yeah, they you know, new people came in, people came out. One general left, another one came in. And, you know, there was Weir for a little while. So, you know, it kind of moves around and rotates. Yeah, so it makes sense. Teal'c was there because he believed the Tauri could help free his people, and he felt that staying with the Tauri was the best option for him to help achieve that goal. Daniel's there because originally he was looking for his wife, and then he just was there for the journey. He's an archaeologist, and this is living history. Of course he wants to be there. Sam's a career military, and this is the best job she's going to ever have in her military. But again, Sam did go up the ranks. She got promotions. So, but that's what I'm saying. as enthusiastically and as geekily as I have just gone on a 5-minute tangent about Stargate and Star Trek, a sports fan can do the same about their favourite teams, their favourite lineups, their fantasy football leagues. So who am I, as a sci-fi geek, going around, or you know, wearing my Doctor Who, or I don't really have many Stargate Trek t-shirts, but I've got like lots of Doctor Who, lots of Sherlock, lots of other general geekery that I've got in various you know, various boxes. Oh, loads of Harry Potter. Did I say Sherlock? Yeah. So, you know, who am I to say that all these people shouldn't go around wearing football shirts when I go around wearing my geek shirts? So I guess the only fashion item that I can think of is shell suits, but they've gone away anyway. Honestly, oh, well, I'm not a big fan of patterned leggings. I don't like busy leggings, but if people like them, they're not the most offensive thing in the world. You know, people are comfortable in them. Yeah, I don't know enough about fashion to make a statement. Anything I would say would be personal preference. And my dinner's beeping at me now, so I'm going to wrap this up. So, yes! Thank you for watching. If you've got an opinion on fashion, or Stargate, then feel free to share it. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Please do like, share, subscribe. Follow me at Phoenix11 on Twitter, because I've lost my bet paper again. But anyway, thank you for watching. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.